Bayelsa, of course, you think is going to still be with PDP, isn't it?
Bayelsa is still President Jonathan's stronghold.
I mean, the South generally is mostly a PDP zone. We're not going to conclude that PDP is going to win a landslide or is going to win it for sure. But I mean, yes, the former president is from there. The South as a whole is a PDP stronghold. Bayelsa State traditionally votes PDP.
Exactly. So I think that's still a PDP.
And the incumbent is a PDP governor.
That's still a PDP zone. That's still a PDP territory for now. It will probably remain so till 2019 if we don't have any major shock in November or December or thereabouts when we have this election. But mostly, like you said, the South, I see them wanting to remain PDP as a group, while PDP reforms itself as an opposition party and look forward to regaining power in 2019.
Primaries are supposed to hold, I think, is it 60 or 90 days before the elections?
90 days.
90 days. So we should start thinking about primaries very soon, especially for Kogi State.
For Kogi, it's safe to assume PDP would want to field the current governor, so the APC needs to get its own house in order to know who they are fielding. We thought it would be Dino Melaye a while back, but he has since gone to the Senate. So APC would need to field someone they think can convince Kogi people to vote for him and the party, and much more than alignment. They want to see the credentials of the person they are bringing forward. So for APC again, it would be another huge test, because internal democracy is still like an alien word to that party. So would want to see how they play this one out, whether they are just handpicking someone again or they would actually do real progress.
Do you think that, I mean, I'm not that I'm supporting you, but people have accused the APC a lot of the fact that, internal democracy is not necessarily their thing. They're used to appointing or picking a candidate.
Yeah. So,
okay, you go forth. Do you think that might translate to how they run the INEC, or how they appoint people to INEC, and how they run elections for us?
Yeah, APC has a lot to learn as regards internal democracy. That's something I would pick PDP for any day, anytime. And I think it stemmed from when they were individual parties where they had very strong leaders. When they had ACN, they had a Bola Tinubu, and then when there was CPC, they had a Muhammadu Buhari who could influence down the party line to say, okay, trust my judgment, let's pick this person to head this position. And it actually worked. I mean, it was from there we had people like Babatunde Fashola and Fayemi in Ekiti and Arek Beshola in Osun and all that. But now that you are a national party, now that you are more than regions, now that there is no one single unifying element in your party, you need to throw things open as much as possible and just let people compete freely and fairly, which we also saw play out for the NAS crisis in picking who would help.
You think they learned from that? Are there lessons to have been learned from that?
We are hoping they will, because it's not the first time it's playing out. We've had in Ekiti, I think that was why, I mean, we've had things happen that way a lot of times, that people leave APC to go to another party to contest and then come back again and all that. So we are hoping finally because this is like the biggest crisis they've had to handle in a long time, we are hoping they've learned from that. But as regards appointments, most of these appointments will be made by Mr. President. And I think one thing Nigerians enjoy is the trust they have in him as regards his integrity as a person, not the APC now. Because like I said, the APC is not to be trusted when it comes to throwing things open. But Mr. President, I think, has convinced Nigerians enough over the years, based on his track record and all that, that is to be trusted when it comes to appointments, especially his judgment in not being partial to any group or any ethnic group.
But he's been accused of that already.
Yes, he will be accused of that. I mean, that's the job of the opposition. I hope PDP stays on that line and make sure they scrutinize every single appointment. People would say they are making too much noise. They've been called the willing whalers, but I think that is what they need to keep doing. I mean, APC wailed for how long before they came into power. So the PDP also needs to keep willing. If any appointment is made, you need to check the background of that person and see where favoritism or partiality might have come in, and throw it open and make it up for debate. It is left to the people who made that appointment to also defend their home part. But I mean, we can't keep quiet and say because he's President Buhari, then everything he does is right. But I'm just saying, for him, Nigerians trust him. He has that going for him right now. So if you put anybody anywhere right now, we want to believe it's not because that person is from his region or from any ethnic group. It is because he trusted that person to do the job. So for INEC, for example, I would assume that is what he has seen. We need INEC to be run by someone who understands the processes already. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have time to bring in someone, a professor from another university, to go over handing over notes. And this woman has shown she can actually lead, because like I said, she was an integral part of Jega's tenure. She led so many of the reforms as regards reducing the number of political parties and party relationships and all that. So I think she can do the job. She's very much capable, and there really hasn't been anything in her track record to show she might want to favor the APC. She's very good friends with people across both parties, the former PDP chairman and a whole lot of other people. So, well,
thank you very much. We're going to be keeping our eyes very closely on Kogi State and Bayelsa as the year unfolds. Especially looking at INEC and how they handle this, because we're not going to prepare for 2019 in 2019. We need to start now. You know, to work towards something. Thanks for being here today. Thank you very much for coming. We'll take another quick break now. When we'll come back, we'll have more talk right here on Robbin Minds. Please don't go anywhere.